so today, topic, sacrifices was her idea. So I think she had a client or a
There was
friend.
someone on my, okay, so to give you a little bit of a backstory, I wanted to bring sacrifices to the table. I had a female message me on Instagram and talked about some sacrifices that she had to make in order to move forward in things she wanted to do in life. And it was really interesting to me because sacrifices, as we talked about, can go in an array of different ways, directions, and we read up on a lot of negative
I know, right? Before we
sacrifices.
turned the camera on, we were kind of chatting about what we want to talk about. And because we go off the cuff, so it's really authentic, but we kind of want to have a plan, so we're going over some topics with sacrifice, and a lot of it are, it's negative.
It's pretty
so
bad.
We had to really reel it in and flip the switch and say, okay, well, how are we going to give you guys a little piece of advice as to turn those sacrifices that we make, which are usually hard,
into more of a positive mindset. Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, it pertains to so many different things: motherhood, business,
relationships,
friends, and spouse.
Yeah. Monetary sacrifices.
That's a big word.
I use big words.
She does. So yeah, I think there are a lot of things, and I think we should start first with, we're wearing pink.
Yes, we're wearing pink.
Because it's October. And before we get off topic, I wanted to really talk about the sacrifices that these women make. I personally have a relationship with a few, and I know there are probably a lot more out there that I know that have been through
breast cancer,
or even just cancer in general. But we're highlighting breast cancer awareness, and we think that these women are so courageous and brave. The amount of sacrifice that they have to just for their life. I mean, that's a whole different, and then we talked about
that. It's a whole other level.
That is.
There's so many people out there that are dwelling on their own personal hiccups. And what you really have to understand is there are people out there that are fighting bigger battles than that. So keep your mindset very positive. Because things could be worse.
Point blank. Yeah. And I think that, if you are out there and you are a survivor or you're fighting the battle, we hands down commend you, because that is the most and greatest sacrifice that I think any woman can really go through is fighting for your life, right?
Yeah.
So, I wanted to start off by thanking and appreciating those women. So, but other than that, I think, we wanted to talk about giving you guys tips and tools to get through the sacrifices that we make every day. So what do you want to start with? Relationships?
Well, I mean, last time we talked about, motherhood. And so, there are things that we have to sacrifice. Time with our children in order to move forward with our business. And that is the most roughest thing, because we're
nurturers.
We're nurturers, and as a female, you're robotic to that, and not in a bad way. But then the second thing would be other relationships, friendships that you do have to sacrifice. It's unfortunate to say.
To sustain your business, sometimes you have to revert, and instead of every weekend having it be girls' weekend or a barbecue or it is something, you maybe have to sacrifice and you have to work that weekend.
Yeah.
So those are positives, though. Sometimes it does weigh on you because it's not what you're used to. But I think at the end of the day, if you can retrain your mind to think, okay, this is good because my business is flourishing because I've made those sacrifices, then you're not going to feel so bad about maybe not having it every weekend.
And I feel like the people who are going to give you a hard time about that are the ones that you might, have to wash your hands of.
True.
I have pushed myself away from a lot of girls that I used to hang out with, and it was parties on the weekend, pool parties, so on and so forth.
But was that worth it?
Well, me pushing them away, it wasn't in a bad thing. It was just kind of like we all parted. Everybody's got things going on with their lives. And so, yeah, sometimes I'm like, oh, I wish I could just have some time, but I'm moving on with my business. But I actually met up with them at a baby shower.
I saw that.
Yeah,
So
a couple
cute.
of weeks ago. And every single one of them was just so excited
To see you in here.
They were like, I cannot believe where you were a few years ago to where you are now.
See,
And
so
it
not
was-
all sacrifices are.
It's not bad.
Yeah. So you have to change your mindset.
Yeah.
But you were ready for it.
Yeah.
Right? You were ready for that change.
I'm
And it was
just an
okay.
old lady.
I'm an old lady. She was like in bed. She was so funny. She was saying, usually we're in bed by like 9:30. And you know, like, yeah.
9:30 on a Saturday night, that's me.
Yeah.
Sacrifice fun for sleep.
But I'm actually okay with that too as I get older. I guess that's
Yeah.
just what your 30s speak of. You know, you kind of make your priorities change, and so it's a good thing. And then I think too, for me personally, it was a lot of sacrifices were made when with my kids.
Yeah.
Like, not worried about, and I talked about this last time too, like, you know, worried about, you know, missing out on events and stuff. But
I guess all the hard work is kind of over now to where you're able to enjoy more time
Yes.
now with them than
Totally.
say you were a couple of years
Years
ago when
ago.
you were starting your business. So that's where it comes from, where you're having to sacrifice certain things in order to move forward in the game. There's
Totally.
always going to be a bigger picture.
yeah, I agree. And so we talked about this too, like it goes back to your to-do list a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you can kind of focus on, and we talked about that in the last episode, so if you haven't watched it, watch it. And we recommended that you do a to-do list. And
Prioritize.
Yeah, prioritize things. And I think that will help too with some things that you're feeling guilty about when you have to choose, you know, adulting. Do you like adulting?
Adulting. I think it's just a funny word.
It is. Like, it's true though. It's like some days I'm like, dude, I really have to adult today, like bills.
Yeah.
And not so fun stuff, you know. So yeah, those are some sacrifices, paying that shit.
Yeah. Well, you know, when we did our little live video last week, that was fun.
Oh, that was
but
fun.
we talked about investment, and so one of the things too, when it comes down to monetary sacrifices, is mindset that it's an investment.
It is.
So
we were also talking about it like just a couple seconds ago, like investing in the ShEO project, because we believe in it, and we think that, you know, there are a lot of women out there that can relate to what we're talking about, and hopefully they can get a little bit from what we're trying to help them with.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And what about relationships as far as your marriage? I am sure this speaks volumes to people.
Yeah.
Because I know personally, and I know Kelly knows personally, that there are a lot of sacrifices that come with your marriage or, you know, serious relationship when it comes to business.
Yeah.
And it's not, that is serious adulting.
Yeah.
Because
I mean,
it comes to two people who are so passionate about A, each other,
yeah.
and then B, their personal growth,
Yeah.
and then C, being successful, you know, or, you know, however you want to put them in order, but the three main things. And so when you have to deal with your significant other, like, it gets freaking hot.
Yeah. It
It's
does.
spicy.
I mean, it's spicy.
Spicy, yeah.
I would say if you have a true passion for one another, you get each other. It's a two-way street. And that's something that Nathan and I have come to realize, you know, is just giving each other a good high five, pat on the back, just a hug. You know?
It goes a long way.
Yeah, because you're
Encouragement.
sacrificing a lot of your time, your mentality, and by the end of the day, I'm cooked. You know, and so
The last thing you want to do is come home to someone who's not supporting you.
that's true. There's that, you know, but I want someone to, and he is, you know, but I come home to someone who's understanding, and so we're both in the same boat, and I feel like the sacrifices that I made the entire day, it's okay to come home and just sit quiet. He understands, you know, if I just need to unwind. So if you have somebody that is supportive of you and trusting that, you know, the sacrifices that you're making are worth it, then those are the relationships, you know, husband or friendship, I guess family, that you want to have around you, because sacrifices are rough. They really are. So you need someone there to support you.
Back you.
Back you up.
Take it back. Yeah, so I think, so we talked about business as far as husbands, spouses, children, family and friends.
Monetary.
Big word.
Big word.
But yeah, I think it really to focus, you got to focus on your mindset.
Yes.
Because
it can be negative.
It
can go a negative route, turn it around, flip it upside down.
Make it positive.
Make it positive. Because there are bigger problems out there, so do your best.
Yeah, I agree, dude.
I feel like I was going to go on a rap game, but that's not going to happen because I don't know how to rap.
I don't either. I wish I could. I would be. If I was a boy, I might be a rapper.
Do your best and put your mind to rest.
She's a poet and didn't know it. I think that's it. And
yeah.
Your to-do list.
That's good. Prioritize.
Yeah.
Understand.
Easy.
Yep.
It's super easy if you just flip that switch.
It's not that easy, but I get you. It can go easy for sure.
Well, I think too, you should have somebody to call you on yourself.
Yes.
I was gonna say a bad word, but I won't. But it's like call you on it. Like,
yeah.
How bad is it right now? Really?
Yeah.
I think a lot of people make a mountain out of a molehill. That's my big word.
Mountain out of a molehill.
Mountain out of a molehill. Mm-hmm.
All right. So let's talk about real quick.
Yes. Camp ShEO.
Camp ShEO.
Yes, we have presents.
We have presents. So if you have not registered already, we're holding Camp ShEO on November 4th in Oceanside, California, right at the pier. The location is super fun, super cool.
So we'll take you through a little bit of a workout, and then we're gonna work your mind out.
Yeah, I like that because we are.
We are.
Yeah.
And then we'll have an opportunity to chat with you, and you can pick our brains.
All right, so register and stay tuned for more details, and we'll meet back up in a couple of weeks.
Perfect.
Okay.
Bye. I want to cheers you. I don't have a cup. We have cups coming.